Hello, learners. Welcome to lecture 57. In the last lecture, we explored the principles of informed consent and confidentiality, which emphasized respect for individual autonomy and privacy in RCH services. Today, we shift to a broader perspective advocacy for reproductive and child health. Advocacy is about raising voices, influencing policies, and mobilizing communities to ensure that health rights are recognized, protected, and realized. In this session, we will define advocacy, discuss its importance, outline strategies, and review examples from India and across the world where advocacy has shaped reproductive and child health outcomes. Advocacy refers to deliberate, strategic actions taken to influence policies, practices, and attitudes. It is not only about raising awareness but also about creating change in systems and institutions. Advocacy promotes rights and justice by combining evidence, effective communication, and partnerships with stakeholders. In reproductive and child health advocacy, it ensures that issues often are ignored or stigmatized receive their attention and resources they deserve. Advocacy is vital in RCH because it frames health as a right, not a privilege. It mobilizes resources and builds political will to address critical issues like maternal mortality, adolescent reproductive rights, or child immunization. Importantly, advocacy protects vulnerable groups, women, children, or marginalized populations who are often sidelined in health planning and policy decisions. Now, effective advocacy turns evidence into clear asks, uses simple stories and data together, and brings government, NGO, and communities to one table. It pushes for budgets, laws, and services that are respectful, affordable, and close to where people live. Advocacy also demands equity, tracking who's left out and fixing barriers for rural, tribal, migrant, or vulnerable populations. By setting timelines, naming responsible officials, and sharing you said we did updates, advocacy turns promises into action and real improvements in RCH. Strong advocacy rests on certain principles. A right based approach treats reproductive and child health as non negotiable human rights. Evidence driven strategies ensure credibility and persuasiveness. Participation and inclusivity guarantee that advocacy efforts represent the voices of communities, especially women, adolescents, and marginalized population groups, making campaigns authentic and impactful. To put this into practice, turn data into clear, simple asks with timelines and responsible officials named. Involve community leaders, ashas, and youth groups so messages reflect real needs and gain trust. Use plain language stories alongside numbers to show why change matters now. Track equity, who benefits and who is still left out, and adjust demands accordingly. Share you said we did updates to keep momentum and accountability strong. There are different types of advocacy. Policy advocacy targets lawmakers and government officials to influence laws, budgets, and regulations. Community based advocacy empowers people at the grassroots to demand their rights and access services. Media advocacy leverages traditional and digital platforms to create awareness and influence public opinion. In RCH, combining all three often produces the strongest outcomes. Together, these approaches turn evidence into action at every level, from cabinet rooms to village meetings to social media timelines. A simple plan is use policy brief for officials, community meetings for local problem solving, and clear stories and visuals for media. Coordinate messages to each channel repeats the same 3 to 5 asks, timelines, and who is responsible. Track results and share. You said we did updates to keep momentum and trust. Advocacy must be directed at specific targets. Policymakers and legislators shape the laws and budgets that affect health services. Health system managers determine service delivery priorities. Community leaders influence norms and practices, while international organizations set global agendas and provide funding. Effective advocacy maps these actors and tailors messages accordingly. Start with a simple stakeholder map, which says that who are there and what will be their influence and what will be their interest, and set clear, customized asks for each group. Time your outreach to key moments like budget cycles, review meetings, and community events so decisions can change quickly. Use the right messenger, clinicians for managers, women groups for community leaders, and coalitions for national policymakers. Keep messages short and evidence based with 3 to 5 actions, costs, and timelines. Track commitments on a small dashboards and share you said we did updates to maintain trust and momentum. Advocacy uses a variety of tools. Policy briefs and reports summarize evidence for decision makers. Public campaigns and petitions raise awareness and generate pressure from below. Stakeholder meetings and dialogues create spaces for negotiation and consensus building. These tools, when combined strategically, make advocacy more persuasive and sustained. Evidence strengthens advocacy by making arguments credible and actionable. Data and research findings provide hard numbers on issues like maternal mortality or immunization gaps. Case studies and success stories humanize these numbers and show solutions that work. Cost effectiveness arguments appeal to policymakers who must allocate scarce resources wisely. Add clear, simple asks backed by these numbers. What to do, by when, and who is responsible. Show equity gaps by wealth, caste, tribe, gender, rural, urban. So decisions focus on those who are most left behind. Pair one chart with one short story to make the message memorable and urgent. Include a quick cost benefit note. Example rupee 1 on vaccine saves rupees X in treatment to support budget shifts. Finally, track results on a small dashboard and share updates so evidence leads to real policy and service changes. Media plays a critical role in advocacy. It raises awareness among the public and brings neglected issues to the forefront. Media also shapes public opinion, influencing how people view reproductive and child health issues. Finally, it holds leaders accountable by spotlighting gaps or failures in service delivery, pushing for systemic change. Community mobilization is a form of advocacy that empowers local people to demand their rights. It builds collective voices that are harder to ignore than individual complaints. Grassroots advocacy has driven changes like demanding functioning Anganwadis, pushing for village level health workers, or campaigning against child marriage. It is advocacy rooted in lived experience. When communities organize, they monitor services, meet officials, and use simple scorecards to show gaps and wins. Women's groups, youth clubs, and self help groups become trusted messengers who spread accurate information and challenge harmful norms. Small wins like fixing clinic hours or ensuring regular nutrition supplies build confidence for bigger reforms. Linking of community actions and district authorities and media helps turn local demands into sustained policy change. Maternal health has been a focus of advocacy globally. Campaigns like White Ribbon Alliance have raised awareness and pushed governments to act on maternal mortality. Advocacy has promoted institutional deliveries through Janani Suraksha Yojana. Recently, advocacy has also emphasized respectful maternity care, addressing mistreatment and abuse in facilities. Child health advocacy has driven immunization campaigns ensuring vaccines reach millions. Efforts to end child labor highlight the health and development harms of exploitation. Advocacy has also raised awareness about malnutrition, leading to large scale nutrition programs. These examples show how advocacy directly influences child survival and development. Adolescents are often neglected in health policies. Advocacy has focused on ensuring access to comprehensive sexuality education, which equips young people with knowledge to make informed choices. Campaigns have also fought for adolescent access to contraceptives and attention to mental health, recognizing the unique vulnerabilities of this age group population. Gender equality is central to RCH advocacy. Efforts target discrimination in access where women are denied care or autonomy. Advocacy challenges harmful norms such as child marriage or restrictions on women's mobility. Empowering women through health rights contributes not only to individual well being but also to broader social transformation. The right based approach frames reproductive and child health as non negotiable entitlements, not optional services. It aligns advocacy with international treaties like CEDAW and the Convention on the Rights of the Child, strengthening legitimacy. This framing ensures that advocacy is not just about needs but about enforceable rights. Global advocacy movements have shaped RCH agendas. The ICPT program of action in 1994 reframed population control into reproductive rights. Every woman, every child mobilized global commitments to maternal and child health. The Sustainable Development Goals provide current advocacy targets, integrating health, gender equality, and human rights. These platforms turned values into concrete plans with budgets, indicators, and timelines that countries can track. They also pushed governments to include marginalized groups, adolescents, migrants, and poor families in national strategies. Today, Sustainable Development Goals target keep attention on measurable results like reducing maternal mortality ratio and ending preventable child deaths. Linking local evidence to these global goals makes advocacy stronger and helps secure resources for proven RCH interventions. In India, national level advocacy has been influential. National Family Health Survey data has shaped maternal and child health policies. Civil society campaigns have drawn attention to maternal mortality, pressuring governments to improve services. Advocacy has also pushed for reforms in abortion laws and stronger enforcement against child marriage. These evidences and efforts illustrate advocacy role in driving systemic change. Building on this, advocates turn NFHS trends into simple policy asks with budgets and timelines that officials can act on. Coalitions of women's groups, professional bodies, and youth networks keep pressure steady across election cycles and states. Strategic media work, like clear stories plus hard numbers, help the public understand why reforms matter now. Linking demands to sustainable development goals, targets, and rights based language strengthens legitimacy and unlocks fundings. Finally, tracking updates holds institutions accountable and shows communities that advocacy leads to real improvements in services and protections. The White Ribbon Alliance is a global advocacy movement that mobilized women's voices to demand action on maternal mortality. By uniting communities and policymakers, it influenced both global agendas and national programs. This case demonstrates how advocacy connects grassroots mobilization with policy influence to achieve tangible change. It works by collecting women's experiences and turning them into clear asks like more midwives, respectful care, emergency transport, and presenting these to decision makers. Community hearings and social media campaigns keep pressure public and sustained. Partnerships with health professionals and civic societies add credibility, while simple scoreboard cards track whether promises are kept. Crucially, the alliance centers the most marginalized women, ensuring policies reflect real needs and improve inequity. The Pulse Polio campaign in India illustrates successful advocacy for child health. Mass media messaging, celebrity endorsements, and community mobilization created unprecedented awareness and participation. Advocacy at multiple levels, from local to national, ensured political commitment and community ownership. The result was polio eradication and a landmark in public health. Key tactics included simple repeated messages like "Do boon zindagi ki," fixed booths plus door to door visits, and real time monitoring to find missed children. Strong logistics, cold chain, transport, and clear microplans made every round reliable. The big lesson for RCH advocacy is to pair clear asks and trusted messages with last mile delivery and rapid follow up so no child is left out. Advocacy strategies include building coalitions of like minded organizations to amplify voices, using champions like respected leaders, celebrities, or survivors makes campaigns more persuasive. Continuous monitoring and adaptation ensure Advocacy remains relevant and effective, responding to changing contexts and challenges. Add clear steps. Make stakeholders agree on 3, 4, or 5 common asks so every coalition member repeats the same message. Recruit champions who reflect community realities and brief them with simple facts and stories to keep the messages accurate. Set quiet feedback loops, monthly check ins, social listening, and community meetings to spot what's working and fix with what isn't. Track results with a small dashboard and share updates to maintain trust. Plan for risks with pre approved responses and keep materials in local languages so outreach stays inclusive. Advocacy often encounters challenges. Political resistance may arise when issues are controversial, such as abortion rights. Cultural opposition may resist changes to traditional practices. Now, resource constraints can limit the reach of campaigns. Recognizing these challenges helps advocates develop realistic strategies and resilience. Challenges can be overcome through evidence based messaging that strengthens credibility, engaging communities respectfully to build ownership, and cultivating long term partnerships with policymakers and institutions. These strategies ensure advocacy efforts are sustainable, inclusive, and effective even in difficult contexts. Use local data and simple stories together so messages are both trusted and easy to remember. Co create asks with women groups, adolescents, and frontline workers so solutions fit real life. Set up regular meetings and memorandums of understanding with health departments to agree on who does what by when. Track progress with a small dashboard and share your updates to keep trust and momentum. NGOs are central to advocacy in reproductive and child health. They mobilize communities at the grassroots, act as independent voices, challenging governments, and bridge the gap between communities and policymakers. Their advocacy often brings marginalized perspectives into national and global conversations, ensuring inclusivity. International organizations like World Health Organization, UNICEF, or UNFPA, they provide resources, legitimacy, and global standards that support advocacy. They often reinforce national campaigns by linking them to international treaties and goals. Their support enhances the reach and credibility of local advocacy efforts. Advocacy itself must be ethical. Messaging must be truthful and not exaggerated. Participants' voices must be respected and authentically represented. Advocacy must avoid exploiting vulnerable groups for visibility. Ethical advocacy maintains integrity and ensures campaigns genuinely serve the communities they represent. The impact of advocacy can be measured by tracking policy changes, increases in funding, and improved health outcomes. For example, new maternal health schemes, expanded immunization budgets, or declining child mortality can be traced back to advocacy efforts. Measuring impact ensures accountability and strengthens future advocacy campaigns. Add a simple few metrics. Note when a policy is passed, how much money is allocated, and which service actually improved on the ground. Keep a small dashboard showing trends over time and disaggregated by data to check equity. Collect community feedback, updates to confirm that changes are real and helpful. Use these results to refine messages and focus the next round of advocacy where the gaps had remained. Future advocacy will increasingly use digital and social media platforms for rapid mobilization. Youth led advocacy is gaining prominence with young people championing adolescent health and gender equality. Global solidarity movements are connecting issues across borders, ensuring reproductive and child health remains central to human rights agendas. To summarize, advocacy transforms evidence into action by influencing policies, practices, and social norms. It requires multiple strategies and actors, from policymakers to communities. A rights based approach ensures advocacy strengthens equity and protects the dignity of women and children. In conclusion, advocacy is not just about raising issues but about changing realities. It is the voice that transforms silence and invisibility into recognition, resources, and rights. In reproductive and child health, advocacy has saved lives, empowered communities, and reshaped policies. It remains the cornerstone of sustainable progress. As we close today, please reflect on this. When evidence meets voice, change becomes inevitable, and believe in it. Research provides the facts, but advocacy gives it the power. Together, they create momentum for justice, equity, and health for all mothers and children. In our next lecture, that is lecture number 58, about policy, advocacy, and influencing RCH policies, we will continue Module 8 by exploring advocacy strategies for vulnerable and marginalized groups. That's all for today. Thank you so much.